Welcome. Hashtag THEVERSASHOW is part of an entertainment podcast that exercises our freedom of speech. Our conversations, opinions, debate on a certain topic is not to offend anyone in any source. For that being said, enjoy the show. Yo, what's happening, ladies and gentlemen? What is happening? And welcome back to another special edition here on Hashtag The Versus Show. And you already know that I am your host, so why don't you have vote the GOAT, The Versa. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, you should already know to do these three things. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very sorry that I took a huge hiatus break. All right, listen, the tattoo journey is now officially over. I ain't gonna have to put the whole announcement on there, like with the whole fan cheering and whatnot. But I mean, listen, ladies and gentlemen, I mean, like, if you see on my arms and on my chest, okay, and this is just fresh, all right, you know what I mean? And it's been a hell of a journey, but I finished it, and for the people on Instagram that have been watching and have been paying attention to the stories of the journey, thank you so much once again. But listen, anyway, here on Hashtag The Versus Show, I have a guest on this show, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy right here, he used to do radio, and he's from Africa and the home of Mount Vernon. Ladies and gentlemen, my brother, go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. My brother, introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, Versa. Thank you for this chance, opportunity to be with you. I love this energy. You take me back to the old school radio stations. So I love your energy, bro. Keep it up. You're doing a wonderful job. My name is Anisio, by the way. I'm from Africa, as you said, specifically from Guinea-Bissau, West Side.
Yes, West Side. Is it Anis, right?
Anisio.
Anisio, yeah. Anisio, ladies and gentlemen, in the show. Anisio. Yo, listen, Anisio, listen, when you're here on this show, man, when I have guests here, they like to talk about anything and everything, you know what I mean? But here on this show, I know you really want to talk about, you know, what's going on, you know, with your life and how you came from Africa. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And then you came here from Mount Vernon, and then you're on Hashtag The Versus Show, which is amazing, my brother. So listen, my brother. Listen, let's just cut the music, ladies. We're gonna go ahead and cut the music. All right, let's just get into it, man. It's been forever since I've been on the show. So, but I guess the people of the Hashtag The Versus Show, I guess they understand. You know what I mean? So, but anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to get into some straight up vibe talk, ladies and gentlemen, vibe talk, all right? Here on Hashtag The Versus Show, you know, I know, like I said, I took a huge hiatus. I'm back. I'm going to try to do more episodes as much as I can. And as well, too, let me just get this out the way, ladies and gentlemen. We are only 2 episodes away from the 100th episode on Hashtag The Versus Show. What more can we say, right? What more can we say, brother? You know what I mean? You know. But anyway, so no, I'm just.
You want me to? I was thinking of coding that. No, you can just ask me, like, you know.
Yeah, no. I mean, no. What I'm about to do is put on an instrumental. That's what I'm about to do, because I'm trying to get a nice, good, smooth, clean. Here we go. So what we got here? What we got? Nah, see, like you like listen to instrumentals?
Yeah, I do sometimes, but not necessarily. If it's getting,
yeah, and, you know, it's cool instrumentals sometimes here and there. But anyway, I'm so sorry, my brother. Listen,
okay.
So please tell myself and everybody, the viewers, about yourself, man, because it's, you know, from Africa and you're here, you know, in the United States, and what's even more crazy is, like, I always bump to people from outside the countries, you know, from India, from like Australia and whatnot. And I'd be asking them, how is it from that country versus this country here, United States of America? And the answer, the replies I get most of the times is that they are more comfortable at their country than here. And you explain to me more about your country versus the United States. Like what makes you feel comfortable in your area of space?
Like first things, I'm not from Nigeria. I'm not from Ghana. That's the most common. Always when you say Africa, people first think, oh, you're from Nigeria, you're from Ghana. Nah, I'm from Guinea-Bissau, as I said, it's West Africa. Guinea-Bissau is a small country, like near Senegal, and a border with Senegal and Guinea. So you have a Guinea speak French, we have a Guinea-Bissau, we speak Portuguese. And you also have another Guinea, which is Equatorial Guinea, is the only country in Africa who speaks Spanish. So we're going a little geography right now.
Oh yeah.
As a many Africans, our generation is we always looking for better opportunity in life. That's one of the reasons I'm here. Born and raised in Africa, West Side, Guinea-Bissau. And even with the connection we have, culturally, historic relation with European, sadly, because of colonization, most of people go to Portugal and we're friends, but I'm here in US. Because I get a scholarship, I went to Brazil. I did my undergraduate in São Paulo University, USP, and after done my undergraduate, I come here. I did my master degree here, so I'm working, get an opportunity. This is some stuff we don't have access back home. You guys get this benefit there, so it's opportunity we have here. We have a lot of talented people, a lot of talented kids. Unfortunately, our politician, they mess it up. So that's why we're here. So come here with the American dream. So
you know what's so funny about that? I had a friend, his name was Chris, and he was from Colombia. And he's not too far from here too. He lives in Pelham. And he's like, yeah, I came to this country because of more better opportunities versus over in Colombia. And I'm United States born, raised, never really been outside the country. So I can never really attest or get the feeling on like how African culture is. On YouTube and on Instagram, but like, when it comes to like, how is it over there in Africa? It's like, is it hot? Like, is it really dangerous over there as it say it is? Because I remember the UFC fighter, my boy, Francis Ngannou. Yeah, him. Like, the way he explained his life on getting to the United States, which is crazy. You gotta take a Ford truck, like I think it takes like 3 days or 4 days to get to like another place where you have to like jump over barricades or barbed wires and stuff, and to get to a river. It was so much obstacle courses, bro. I mean, this is what I'm seeing from his side of the story, But
no, that's just the sad part. Is the dark. Unfortunately, a lot of people doing anything to be out, to take themselves out of the country, the poverty, and some countries in the world actually. It's not like, but thank God my country is not this situation. But you still have some people despair to leave the country because when I say it's not, today it's getting worse, unfortunately. It was much better on our time. The leadership today is not the same, and it's more difficult. But you have a lot of beautiful countries back home. There's a lot of opportunity also back home. So, but depending on where you are and which country we're talking, Africa is big, 54 countries. So some situation and some countries a little bit worse and some countries a little bit better, and then develop it. They get in programs for the youth people. Now some of them like prefer being in Africa. The time I left Africa is not the same with a lot of countries. Like the challenge is different now. With this social media now, and you get more opportunity. People can stay like anywhere in Africa and making a video. If you're creative, you're making money. You're okay. You don't have to go nowhere. But our time, the internet was not like today. Oh, but here's another question I want to ask you as well that I want to know is about
Donald Trump in this country, right? It's like, you know, how he's running things is just people going all lump-sided. You know, people confused, especially when it comes to prices and stuff. How is it? How is your democracy over in Africa? Like, is it you guys have these type of problems that we have?
Oh man, this is nothing, bro.
This is nothing.
This, at least today we have someone who call himself. Honestly, nobody put him over there. It's a long story. We're gonna have like days talking about him in Guinea-Bissau.
Okay.
So we don't have freedom. Look, it doesn't matter how difficult is it. If you have a freedom to go out, come in, put the key inside your door, nobody persecuting you. You don't have. Look, that's the best things ever.
Yeah.
We have that in America.
Yeah.
It's not, you honestly, Donald Trump decision, we don't have that. It's not impact in your life daily. You don't like see like immediately, you know.
Yeah.
It's not, we can't have, just giving your opinion, you mention the name, they can knock your door, your parent can never see you again.
Yeah, yeah.
This is just our idea what's going on. Like freedom is nothing, I'm saying is intangible. Like it doesn't, isn't worth it. Like the more difficult it can be, but if you have your freedom.
Yeah, yeah.
If you have opportunity to work, to provide for your family,
yeah,
that's the bad things. And my country specifically is not a good example of democracy. Right now we're speaking, actually, I don't know how we call that, but it's a fake democracy. I can say that like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not people, we don't have we talk, the current president now, his term is finished. Actually, he don't want to do the election. Yeah, that's big. He keep telling us, okay, it's this month. He don't follow up the rule. Like the Constitution is nothing for them.
Yeah,
they don't know what they mean technically.
Yeah,
you know, I'm saying like it's just one guy saying whatever he want. Nobody against him. Like nobody have a freedom to talk.
Yeah,
it's a mess. It's different. I know, of course, it's United States have a different. Well, of course, every country have to face a challenge, have a problem.
Yeah. We're going through it right now. But for some people, they're going through it right now.
Exactly, but it's worse, especially. But you have some countries in Africa like really improve, like the strong democracy now. I'm talking about like Senegal. You have Ghana. You have Cape Verde. You have a lot of good established. Unfortunately, we as the one still have to challenge this.
Well, I want to ask you too, like, what is freedom to you?
Freedom basically is what I was saying. It's more like a mentality to think by myself, take the decision. Yeah, the freedom is able to have access to education, have access to milk for my kids, as you know, to eat and provide for my family. When you have a freedom to do that, that's mean nobody can control your mind.
Right.
You think by yourself, you take a decision by yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I agree with you when it comes to that with freedom. If freedom to me is like to do what you are free to please to do. And that's including freedom of speech. And which,
exactly.
You know, and what's more like, what bothers me is even though we have the freedom of speech, sometimes is that we can't say the things that we want to say. You know what I'm saying? So, but no, I mean, wow, I mean that's pretty interesting, man. Pretty interesting. I want to switch some gears just a little bit. We could get back to the topic if so, but I want to switch some gears just real fast because a lot of people have been asking me about this whole Shannon Sharpe thing. So I just want to get this out the way since I'm here on this show. All right. But if you want to get your take on it, please, you're more than welcome to. All right. But quick, fast, real hurry, because I know the whole story is dying down between Shannon Sharpe. But all right, we all know that Shannon Sharpe is allegedly being sued for raping, allegedly. She was 19 at the time. I think she's now 26 years old. So now he's trying to settle for $10 million. And there was an audio that came out. And plus, too, he's suing the lawyer that's helping out with the girl that is suing Shannon Sharpe. And all of a sudden now, it's like Shannon Sharpe just went off ESPN off a First Take. And this is like demolishing his career. You know what I mean? And my part about it, I be telling people, man, it's like, look, when it comes to these women, you got to do your best to just either stay away or to make them happy. Because I'm telling you, nothing's more worse than a woman scorn. You know what I mean? So it's like a girl that knows that he's getting $100 million, and she's gonna come after him because it's like, oh well, we're sexually active, and now I'm gonna sue you because the shit that you do to me it's not working. It's not working no more. You know what I mean? What's your take? You heard about the whole Shannon Sharp incident? No? Oh, okay. So
but I can still talk about, like, today is a special day. I actually gave my chance to say Happy Mother's Day.
Oh yeah, Happy Mother's Day.
Moms watching us. So the topic is like, even if I'm not inside, but I have idea what you're talking about. Now, this is one thing that get us a little frustrated. Look, woman is a special. They're all a special. Unfortunately, today we have this bad side. It's like bad of them trying, but I think we have to treat woman as special. As you say, if you're not waiting for a relation, just look, stay away, but when you...
It's like build yourself up.
Yeah. But that's to take advantage of someone's work, for all life, As a man, we have to be careful. We have to, like, sometime, like, double check. It's not about one night. You know, that one night can change your life.
Yeah.
Especially in this country.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God. I mean, here it's just, I don't even know what to call it anymore. You know what I'm saying?
It's like a scam, man.
For 100%, for sure. United States, you know what I'm saying? What
it's all about money.
Yeah, no, I mean, and that's the thing too. It's my boy was telling me, he was like, "Yo, man, I'm trying to be like these millionaires and billionaires," but I'm like, listen, as a minority, to get to that level, you better sing, dance. You know what I'm saying? Because even when you run a business, it's difficult. Us minority, it's difficult to run a business these days, and that's just my personal thought when it comes to us minorities running businesses. Black people don't support our own people when it comes to businesses. Spanish people, they will support, but then they will take, later on. And it's always like, oh, well, it's the white people that own businesses, and they always have strong establishment conglomerates. Well, really, I'm just like, well, they also fall apart too, but it's the unity.
Yeah. We were talking about this a couple of days ago. If you see, I was with my friend. I was in London this last week. So I realized...
Were you in London?
Yeah, I was in UK last week.
Oh, yo, shout out to London, man.
Yeah, and we went to the store. So, look, there's the juice stores, like, everybody. I was... It's not just in US.
Yeah.
Jude, like, if you want a bread, they have a Jude, like his Jude friend selling bread, even if it's New Rochelle. Now, New Rochelle's closed. I can say Yonkers.
Yeah.
He don't mind to wake up in the morning, go get the bread over there.
Yeah.
Because he want to support his, like, relative business.
Yeah.
But we don't have this mentality, unfortunately. So we had we're talking about a friend store back, like an African store, and in East London, the guys was shopping, was talking, look, we have the same things. They're buying another door. Yeah. They have their own brothers selling here, but nobody stop here. They all go over there.
Yeah.
And the guy even have a restaurant, but another restaurant close to the street.
Yeah.
So that's really, really the bad things.
Yeah.
We have to. Not just, I think one of the challenge we have I realized also in a business, is a customer service sometimes.
What you mean?
I'm meaning how like a man already when you get a business. So some of them like lack is the customer service culture. Like to forget this not just a black customer or my friend, but it's a customer. I have to treat them the same thing I'm having a white customer.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Sometimes when you go to the our brother's store, that's one thing I look sometimes is the things we have to improve on it.
Yeah.
to treat the customer the same thing. Sometimes when it's white customer come, you see how they change their face. When it's a own brother customer also,
Yeah, it's different.
it's different. That's our part we have to play on that.
Yeah.
But I agree with you on that. We have to support each other. Like we have to,
No, of course. Like, I mean, when it comes to black businesses and the funny thing when people be like, that's why we can't get, and I'm not trying to downgrade when I talk about my black folks, but it's true though. But when they talk about like, oh well, we gotta do better as a unit and we gotta start helping us out. Why are we talking about it instead of actually doing it?
Doing it.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like just do what you say. And when people's like, oh well, black on black crimes and stuff, y'all doing it? Stop doing it.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, white people, they do their own crime too. But what's even more pathetic is that when a white person do it, it's like, oh well, it's a father, a wife, a daughter, and a son murder. But then if a black person do it, it's like, oh, there they go again, ladies and gentlemen. Tyrell Jones has just killed, 4 people. He's a dangerous man in the community. I don't want to really get into it with this whole thing about this whole government, but it's like I know so much, man, and like the tricks, and it's just like it's mind-boggling.
Look,
really.
one thing's also today, if you notice, like one thing I would say today is like a media control more stuff, bro. These things can change for what you're doing now.
Yeah.
This is the good things on internet. So nobody control your voice. You have a freedom to speak. A lot of people listen to you right now. You are really influencer, and this mentality, this is the good things on this new platform we have now.
Yeah.
It's not about just watching TV, what CNN say, ABC. No.
Mm-hmm.
I can sit at home, listen THEVERSASHOw, and I'm listening to the point of view.
Yeah.
We have this now, so we can take advantage of that also.
Yeah. Here's another question I want to ask you. We'll be at 22 minutes. All right, so it's a little bit more time. You let me know when your time is up, bro. I don't want to keep
we get.
Because things that when I have guests here, they be like, oh, I need 30 minutes. They be here like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, it's like an hour and a half. Oh, well, let's continue with the conversation. But anyway, the question I want to ask you is, how do you feel about technology today? You feel like it's benefiting the humans, or is it like affecting the humans?
Oh, bro, this thing is it's too much now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes, like, I'm shocked. I remember back of the day on the school, we used to have like, how do you call it, disc. That big computer,
Oh, you mean like the hard drives?
Yeah, that's only like I think it's 50 megabyte,
Oh, okay.
I used to have a bunch of them, yeah. When today I see like everything's iCloud, it's a lot. It's too fast.
Oh, you the floppy disk,
I know,
right?
the floppy disk, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
When I was in college, man, I'm not that old, folks, but
hey,
it's too fast. There's I think with the AI now I was watching one doctor, they call it Drauzio Varela. It's a Brazilian doctor. That guy have it's a top like reputation you can imagine. But if you saw the AI video they make, like saying it's Drauzio Varela saying that things, I was saying, oh man, I can't believe this guy saying this. You have to double check 3, 4, 5 times to realize that. I was reading the comment, people so disappointed talking about the guy, didn't even realize there's a AI, man.
Yeah.
So this is the bad side of this. They can put you down in a minute.
Yeah.
After all the reputation that man built, I believe we have to, this have to be regulated. They have to do something. That's the point. They have to do something. And also, this is one thing, if you can do a correlation with being African, and back home, I remember as a childhood, how we used to be play on the street, enjoying the life, more active, and now the kids is always on the phone, man.
Yeah.
Always on the phone.
Yeah.
They don't even talk.
No.
You can have a guest.
text
They
a
don't
lot.
even have time to say hi to the parents, you know?
Yeah.
It's too much. It's too much, bro.
Yeah.
It's good. We can think of it, but I think they have to regulate. They have to do something. You
Yeah.
can't. It's almost out of the control. And
Yeah.
next 5-10 years will be worse.
Oh, I believe so. Because I remember this guy. I was in the deli. We was having this big, huge conversation, and he's huge on technology. He's like, I believe like when people have the microchips in their brain, it will be best for the people because you don't have to think about the research. The research is already there in your brain. But I'm like, but that eliminates the knowledge.
Of course, yeah.
That's why there's books. That's why there's newspapers. You know, like you are taking away the knowledge of the human being, all because you're gonna put some technology chip inside somebody's brain. You know what I mean? It's still not gonna make them smarter. I don't think so.
No, definitely. Today you ask me 5 + 5. You see, they take the phone to do that. I say, what?
Yeah.
You know, it's like we being like a mentality like really slow now because of the technology, bro.
They lazy, man. They
Yeah,
really
that's
lazy. I told one of my boys, I'm like, they don't even want to go to the library no more. I bet you walk into the library, it's so many less bookworms. Like, I mean the book heads, you know what I'm saying? But there's so less of them in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous. And I blame the parents too.
Yeah.
Because they more...
my house, like my kids know they can only use it at Friday.
Mm.
They have Friday and they have frame times. They have to use it at 6 o'clock maximum. They can't keep it over 3 hours. They can. They don't. Even the food.
Yeah.
My kids know Friday. They can eat pizza on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
They can eat pizza every Friday. They can eat pizza. But if they have a breakfast on McDonald's, they cannot eat pizza. They have to choose one of they know that.
So is that a rule that you made, or that's just something that you have to follow by or that's something that you grew up on?
That's because I believe like thank God they're not too much on fast food. As like my wife African also, she like to cook fresh food and all those things.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
those fresh foods are better, man.
Yeah, but they at least they know that's not healthy food. They can't be living eating pizza 24 like every day.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. When you start the beginning with them, so they easily, you know.
You know, it's funny because that's what I did with my diet. Because I remember, man, like I wasn't like this size. I was about 2015. I was probably I'll say 260 pounds, and it was McDonald's. It was like Burger King. It was pizza and soda, candy, cakes, and then it was the epidemic, right? That changed everything for me. I started eating white rice, broccoli, and grilled chicken teriyaki, and I start walking for like an hour, and I start fasting, and that's a lot of people are missing out. Like this guy, he's trying to lose weight, and I said, "What are you doing to lose weight?" Oh, you know, I used the what you call those, the treadmills. Oh, I walk on the treadmills, and then I would take a protein. I was like, have you been fasting? It's like, nah, I don't fast. I said, see, that will make you lose weight a lot more quicker is by fasting, because it kills all the zombie cells, I think they call them, the dead fat cells. Waste all that out by taking a poop, and you're good to go. Fasting is very important, very important. And when I start to fast, I start to see the change. Then I start to work out, calisthenics, you know, every day. And people start to notice like, wow, you lost a lot of weight, you got a lot of muscle tone. So even when eating as well too, I still eat little fast food. You know, I had McDonald's like 4 days ago.
Of course, in America, sometimes because of like, you know, our routine, no time, you know.
Yeah.
Even me and myself, like.
But I don't have it like all the time now.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point.
And even if I have McDonald's now, it'll probably be like those two one patty cheeseburgers and a regular fry. That's it. Or one of those and a small fry. That's it. And that's all I'm having until like 12 or 13 hours is my next meal. You know, so I kind of break things down when it comes to fasting, you know. But yeah, but that was an interesting topic about nutrition. I'm really high on nutrition.
Yeah.
You know, mindsets, you know. Mindset, nutrition, financials. People gotta get up on this, man. They do. Anyway, man. We said where we at? We at 30 minutes, my brother. I don't want to keep you up I don't want to keep you holding. You know, do I gotta talk about sports? I don't want to talk about sports. I don't.
So we have El Clasico today, Barcelona and Real Madrid. That's what's incredible.
Which one? You talking about soccer?
Soccer, yeah. That's the thing. What do you guys call soccer? Although we call it football, man.
Yeah, you guys. I think you guys call it football, right?
Football, yeah, football.
Oh, football, they say. Yeah.
So today's El Clasico, Barcelona and Real, man. I'm late because of that. I was watching the game.
Oh,
that was tough, man. Like 5-4.
Wow.
When it's soccer, that's not normal.
Yeah.
The last time that happens over 100 years ago, to have an idea.
Oh yeah.
It's over 100 years ago. This kind of result on a game, but on an El Clasico. It was a beautiful game. It was beautiful. I was enjoying to watch it. Yeah.
The problem with me, man, is that like my other former guest that was on here, he loves soccer, and if he was here, you two would probably talk about soccer night and day. But he put me on like Cristiano Ronaldo and Benzema and
Messi.
Yeah, Messi as well too. Neymar.
Neymar.
Oh man, so I grew up. Those are my guys. Anybody else? Who's the new guy that he's blowing up right now? I think he plays for France. What's his name?
Mbappe?
Yes, Mbappe.
Yeah, he scored today. He scored today in like in 10 minutes, two words, like really good game today. Actually, you have a hat-trick today. 3,
Oh, okay.
3 goals against.
Yeah,
he did it good today, it's Mbappe.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, so we may talk another day. We have a lot of African talents playing in Europe and other countries.
Yeah.
They have to, when we talk about support, like a business, this is not just in a business. We have to be proud of who we are.
Yeah.
Patriotic, play for African teams. We may win the World Cup one day, So we guess a lot of talents. In Barcelona, you have like the Balde, one of the top players in the world today, from my country. Like one side is dad from Guinea-Bissau, mom from DR. Actually went to visit Guinea-Bissau last year. He was there. So we have Ansu Fati playing for Barcelona. We have like top players. Ansu actually born in Guinea-Bissau, but their parents was like me, looking for better life, better opportunity.
Yeah.
And some of them born overseas, but in another country. But if we educate them to know, you know what, America, you'll be one more player, just one more. But if you go back home, you can make an impact on people's life. You can make a difference. You can be inspiration for a lot of kids,
Of course.
That's the good things. We have some people did it. We have a Didier Drogba, Samuel Eto'o, like top stars, like top player George Weah. Yeah, George Weah was the Ballon d'Or player. Is the only African Ballon d'Or, but he played for Liberia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's Liberian, proudly represent his country. This we have to tell our children.
Yeah.
That's not, you're American, of course you're American, you're born here, but
which is different, I'm guessing, because even like shout out to my boy Muhammad, you know what I mean? He watched the show, he was on the show not too long ago, and he went to Saudi Arabia, and he was telling me how very strict and religious that they are. So I asked him, I was like, yo man, I might have to stay over where you at, man. Like am I good over there? So he was like, yeah, you good. But he's like, I don't know about them tattoos, but you can't smoke. You can't drink. So I was like, so I'm like, what the hell? Then what am I gonna do over there?
Well, look, what we have to go. You have to go to Africa, man. You have to.
Oh yeah, no, I want to go.
You will. I believe will make a big impact. You will see the world different, bro. You have to. Some good things. Some things I realize. Not you, because I talked to you about it, but a lot of this young generation in this country sometimes they don't appreciate what they have.
Yeah.
They behave, the access of education.
Yeah.
That's the key. If you don't have access to education, bro,
you're
done.
In trouble.
Man.
Yeah.
You're done. Literally, you're done.
Yeah.
So this country, you go to school for free. You have the men. You eat on the school 3 times. Man.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. But it's very important because I had an episode about this not too long ago. But again, my mom and my dad's from the South, and me being here on the East Side, and I see the difference. And I had a conversation about this with somebody, or I just alluded on a show. But their education system that I noticed from doing studies about the South, they really didn't teach them kids anything, about economic systems and how to start a business. And they never taught kids about how to be successful. They just taught them, hey, listen, when you get out of school, get your ass a job, a 9 to 5, and start paying taxes. And it hurts me sometimes because I'm like, bro, this country could be rich if everybody gets on board, but it's individuals that has to get rich and everybody else has to starve. You know what I mean? And it's like, look, listen, even when they talk about, oh, well, the stock market's going down and the economy's going down. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, y'all keep telling us this bullshit years and years and years for the middle class and the poor to say, oh, so this is what's really going on behind closed doors. No, they're lying to us, saying all these shits, so we could be like, oh my God, so they also got problems too. No. Like, Warren Buffett been a billionaire for 20 years, you know what I mean? Even when there was inflation, when the economy was going down, he was still a billionaire or a millionaire. But when it comes to us trying to make it, it's just tough. It's difficult because we don't have the education on how to make money. I told this one kid, don't get stuck into the rat race. Don't buy these Mercedes Benz or these big houses because you're trying to impress somebody.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because you're going to lose out. And that's just being straight up blunt. You're going to lose out. Stick to trying how to make money and how to save, man. When you're in your 40s and your 50s and your 60s and 70s, those are important. Those are important. You would have wished you would have had the millions of dollars the way that you did in your 20s and your 30s. You would have wished you would have had it. But these kids, they want to follow up. Like we said, the technology, what they got on Instagram. Like, one of the kids, I told him, I was like, look, don't get it Benz because Floyd Mayweather got it Benz. Floyd Mayweather is a boxer that made $50 million off of one fight. You got to catch up to that $50 million. You know what I mean? And one fight, Mayweather can make millions of dollars. The other person, bro, you'd be lucky to make at least $10,000 off one fight.
You need a 5 life to make a 5.
Exactly. You're not no Mike Tyson or Derek Jeter or no Michael Jordan or Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, those guys, they had to scratch and claw to get to the way, and that one person is a commodity.
Yep.
Everybody else is just straight fronting to be a commodity. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
No.
Oh.
I'm just joining, man. But that's true. That's true. Definitely. Sometimes you want to move fast, like, step by step. The life is, don't spend what you don't have. That's simple.
Yeah.
You know what I didn't know? I just realized that in German, they educate the kids since elementary school about the finance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they should have a class for finance.
They have a class about the business management since an elementary school. They have that mindset about how to invest, how to protect and control your money.
Yeah.
So that's the real education.
Yeah.
Even
this one kid I met, he's like, oh, I'm in college for business and finance. I was like, well, that's great. But from Robert Kiyosaki, he's the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He was like, yo, school is not it. School is just taking your money. You could be successful outside of school. You just got to know how to make money. That's it. It's just that simple. If you know how to sell, if you know how to, get people to get that dollar, you shouldn't even have a problem,
And today with this access of information we have, people being educated themselves online.
Yeah.
You have all the information on YouTube, for example. All the contents, depend just per the topic, you have access.
Yeah.
That was the big problem, but now it's not.
Yeah.
You have some same teacher you have in class doing the same on the internet. So YouTube will not be used only for the, the bad things, but you have a lot of good things, got good stuff to do on it.
For sure.
So we just know how to take advantage of the technology. As I say, I have a good and bad side.
Yeah.
So if you choose to walk on a good one, you will see the results.
And read books. People gotta get back to reading books because everybody sounds Because these kids are sounding ignorant. I mean, oh my God, where that boom down gang, but don't do that gang. I'm like, they sound so stupid.
No,
Yeah,
it's different. It's different. The time is different.
It is, bro.
Really different. Now they don't like even the job. Sometime you give them chance. Expect 1-2 weeks they do some bad stuff. They left because they believe they can go out and make a 1-2 TikTok content, like get some dollar. That's enough for them. That's
and the thing too is that they don't get it. It's like when they're in there. Like, let's say they do a TikTok and they make millions, right? Like, what's her name? Kylie Carter, that kid that streams and stuff. The government wants you to have the millions, man. They want you to sit back and enjoy the fruits of your labor. They want that. And then once you fall, once you collapse, they was like, yeah, the IRS wants your money. Exactly. They got you. They got you. And that's what they want, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, bro, I'm going to go wrap this show up because I don't want to keep you here longer. I want you to go watch your football game. So anyway, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Versus final word. Versus final word is real simple and real easy. Or do you want to take the versus final word? Because most of my guests take versus final word.
I just wanna say keep it up. You're doing a wonderful job. So I'm trying to watch you every episode on YouTube. We have to like and subscribe, follow. That's all. That's the support. We have to share the content. So even if it's not, you have a lot of special guests, you're doing a good job. Keep it up. So I'm so happy and thanks, to be sharing Letter Story. I hope be back next time. So good job. Keep it up. So thank you for having me today. And I want to say hi to the people.
Yeah.
I maybe in Creole also, but I just want to say, as a youth, our generation, let's keep focused.
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
Yes.
We have something.
Yes.
We have a big change going in Africa now. Ibrahim Traore from Burkina Faso. I believe a lot of you watch a video about him. He's a young guy. That boy have only 37 years old. He's a president. He's the youngest president in Africa now. He's leading focus on getting solution. Helping youth people, helping the women, taking care of his people. It's a good example. So we have to inspire by him. So what he's been doing. So we still believe. We keep believing in Africa, believe in ourselves. It's possible. Nobody's better than us. So we just have to play our part. So, all right. Thank you so much. Hopefully, one day we'll be in Africa together. Thank you. Obrigado para vós que viu bem no tele. THEVERSASHOW. Subscreve-se canal, segui-lo, partilhe esse vídeo. Rapaz cheio de talento e está fazendo bom trabalho. Muchas gracias, THEVERSASHOW. Dios lo bendiga. Con mucho gusto yo estoy aquí. Muchas gracias por la invitación. Espero gracias la próxima vez. Dios lo bendiga.
Thank you. Gracias. Thank you so much. I don't know if I speak Spanish, but that was so awesome.
Merci. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you so much, bro. But anyway, let me go ahead. And that was one awesome versus final word, man. I had some versus final word. I gotta say that's probably one of my top 5s, hands down. One of my top 5. Man. Thank you so much. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching #TheVersaShow. And you should always do these 3 things. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell at the same time. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank my guests once again. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry for taking this huge hiatus break, but I promise you I'm back because we are now 2 episodes left. #TheVersaShow, and you should already know that you just subscribe now to the #TheVersaShow channel. And look, don't be scared, don't be scared. Just press that button right there. And also too, if you have any questions to ask me, make sure that you DM me at my DM. If you go through the previous episode, you'll see my Instagram as well. You know what I'm saying? Anyway. And also, too, 5K on As He Is the Versa. Thank you guys so much. Really cool. Why don't you tell them shout out? I need this call right here. House of Inks. I want to give a huge shout out to the owner, Victor, and Bing, and as well, Antonio. Antonio, thank you so much for finishing the top 2 band. I appreciate it, man. So, and I'll be back. You know, he talking about the back piece. So let's just see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. All right. But anyway, let me wrap this show because I'm about to get out of here. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you should already know that it's the best podcast around. And I am the Versa. And I see you on the 99th episode on #TheVersaShow. And you know I got to leave you with peace into the Middle East. What's happening, ladies and gentlemen? I thank you for watching the latest episode on #TheVersaShow. For more new episodes, you make sure that you like, subscribe, and you press that bell for more new episodes. And if you have any questions to ask, to get my intake, my answer on this show, make sure that you add me on Instagram @TheVersa. And also, too, can't forget to follow, too, so press that button as well. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for watching. Until next time, #TheVersaShow, the best podcast around.